drama, we only know one thing, Flux. That's right. To give them the flux. To give them the flux.
These rappers is shucking and jiving and stuff, getting self in the shit that they can't get out of. Fucking up, here go the flux. A display of lyrics and patents and rhythms by Side and Young Buck.
For viewers' discretion is only factual, non-fiction, homie. The ruler, the thumb sticking out cause you know me. Federal, pimp lock the block, you can't hold me. Situation getting heavy, ammo get low, need my homie, what's up?
Well, your homie right on you know from the fly. Go with that on these bitches, it's devious as we gon' get on this shit. Let's talk, let's not sit on this shit. We the shit on this shit, they just spit on this
so
shit.
So much psychodramatic, havoc, get this bit crazy, the range with it, this shit. Buck inside is the physicist. Belligerent, feel it, cause we ignorant. Nigga, y'all in it, the flux is the subject of weight and adrenaline, the feel of bitch. Side the medic, buck the relic, and drama that did it to him once again. Chance that you get, change to your face, and the blood to the covers, undisputed bitch.
And again, to the end of the pen, be worse than this sin against men. I'm feeling fenced in. From birth, saw the light of the earth, and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, the might get a bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing to you the flux.
What up, Taco Guru? It's Thursday night. You know what that means. It's time to hit the Impact Zone. Let's go.
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on the stranger. Can't contain the things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago will be your motherfucking shit.
What is going on, everybody? Woo! My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one and only Chi-Town Smart. What is going on, Taco Crew? Man, another night of Impact is in the books, and is it me? Is it just me, or is wrestling as of late just in a little bit of a lull? Is it just me? Maybe it's just me, man. Maybe I've become fickle. I tend to do that sometimes. Let's check in with the chat we have. Mike Rouse, what up? JP Giles, what's going on? American rock star Patrick Palmer in the house. What is going on? Calio does everything. What's good? Susan D in the house as always. Dwayne Steeler, aka Steeler the Whiplash Maniac. My God, that's a long name. Thank you for being here, though. Chemo the Therapist. Gotta love that name and title right there. You can know everything about him. Rage in the house. My girl Rage says she is 6 days sober. That deserves another round of applause. Give it up for my girl Rage. That is what I'm talking about. Keep up the good work, Rage. We mean it. We got your back here. We got your back. So does Marco Beeman. So does Peter Lynn Renee. Man, I appreciate you all. Rage says it's hard. Hey, man, I don't think anyone claimed it would be easy. I don't think anyone claimed it be easy, Rage, but it's important. It's important. You know it's important. And there we go, Rage, with the 13-month membership. Raging Girl Gamer is a mod here. She's a VIP here. And I consider her one of my best internet friends. Shout out to Rage, man. Shout out to Rage. Hang in there, Rage. Hang in there. Captain Ivan, what's going on? Petey Shaw, the meat father, got some concerns. What's going on? Eddie Foster. What's good? What's good? What's good? Man. So, what did we think about the show tonight? What did we think about the show? Not gonna lie, man. Not gonna lie. It did drag a little bit for me, all right? It did drag a little bit. I don't know what is going on with, man, we had a little bit of a flop of a show on Dynamite last night. And now here we go with Impact. I mean, hey, when Impact is good, I have no problem arguing with people who say it always sucks all the time, how it's good. But tonight, it was missable. It was very missable. Oh, we got Petey Shaw, the meat father, with a 1-month membership. That is a long name that I gotta say all the time now. But hey, man, I'm here for it. Petey Shaw, the meat father, says, "Hey, Jesse, great to be here. Formerly known as Rivals Burgers and Steaks." Okay. Rivals Burgers, Steaks, meat father. I see what you did there. Oh, look at that. My sister is here. Azetta is here. Who would have thunk it? I thought she forgot about me, but not entirely, because she did come to visit me. She did come to visit me this week. And she decided to set up her shop right here in my office. All over my desk, my equipment. I thought she came for my kid's birthday party. She got here, said hello, and then left to go to the Beyonce concert at Soldier Field. Left my office looking like her bedroom, just smelling all prissy and everything. This is what she does at my house, man. And then she comes here and y'all give her praise. Oh, look, Azetta's here. Jesse's sister is here. Look at that. And this is how she treats my work environment, where I create content for all of you people. She just throws her crap around, man. I just thought, don't listen to, oh my God. Man, I'm not dealing with her tonight, man. I'm not dealing with her tonight. We gonna get into the show. We gonna get into the show instead. All right. Show starts off with what I like to call the Tony Brown special. Trinity and Dani Luna versus the Coven. Whoa. I don't know if Tony Brown was watching, but if he was, I know he was enjoying. The match starts off, man. The lockup between Trinity and KiLynn King. King tries to take control, but Trinity counters with a Hurricane Rana, followed by a Bulldog to a cover attempt. Luna gets the tag and attempts a roll-up. Dani Luna looks so good in the ring. and every way you want to apply that. She is crisp. She can move. She hits her spots. Oh my God, man. Where has she been all of this time? We can use her in AEW, man. My goodness gracious. She is so good. So, let's see. Luna gets whipped into the corner before the Coven double teams Trinity. Trinity sends them crashing into each other before Luna takes out King. Trinity hits the full Nelson Buster and flips into a cover 4-3. Quick, simple match. Trinity and Dani Luna win. I like Trinity's offense here. She is she's consistently gone back to the Uso splash, which I love. I love how commentary for Trinity likes to make sure that they throw the little nuggets in there. She'll do the Samoan drop, and then she'll do the Uso splash, and then you can hear Tom on the background, he's saying, "Oh, here's Trinity. She is the one. She is the one here in the Knockouts division. She is the one. She is the one, man. She is from wrestling royalty. She is from the bloodline. That's what's up." But then, immediately after the match, here comes Deonna Purrazzo, comes strolling down to the ring. She makes it known to Trinity that she wants her Knockouts rematch at Emergence on August 27th. Man, that should be good. Unfortunately, I will not be around to cover Emergence because I will be in the UK at All In. Backstage, we get Moose, Myers. They confront Lio Rush. They question Rush why they left him hanging. Last week, they wanted him, to help join in on this beatdown, and Lio was like, nah, I don't wanna. Lio questions why they align with someone like Bully Ray. And right then Bully Ray walks up and clarifies why he aligned himself with Moose and Myers is because they trust each other. All right. Lio reminds them he's not here to make friends. He said that from day one. You can't forget that. He said, "I'm not here to make friends, bro. I'm here to win championships." Bully says Lio is either with them or against them. The cliche. And they want an answer by tonight. So why these guys feel like they need Lio Rush in their crew, the tiniest guy in the locker room, I don't know. But they mean it, man. They really need Lio Rush in their corner. So it is what it is. Loser leaves town match. Johnny Swinger versus Zicky Dice. This was a match. It happened. Gotta tell you, I don't know how many of you guys were invested in it, but it was a match. Let's get into it. Swinger hits a finger poke of doom to start things off, right away. I mean, they alluded to the finger poke of doom last week, and then right away, Scott D'Amore was like, that's not gonna work, bruh. No finger poke of doom because whoever wins, gets the title match, or I don't know. Who really cared? Dice goes for another roll-up before Swinger rakes the eyes. They trade eye rakes until they pull each other's hair. Dice nearly hits a low blow and then slams Swinger to the mat. Dice covers for a 2 count. Swinger rolls out and says, "That's it." Swinger said, "I'm going home." He said, "You can have it, bro. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving." He wants to be counted out. Dice, like an idiot, stopped the ref's count and chases after Swinger. Like, "Come on, man. We can go in there and we can do this together, And then they argued outside until Swinger pushed Dice in a cart back to the ring, but then Swinger shoved Dice to the floor, throws Dice back into the ring, stacks on top of him, puts his feet on the ropes for the 3. Johnny Swinger wins. Zicky Dice must leave Impact. Impact Wrestling will just never be the same without Zicky Dice. All right. I didn't think anyone cared. So here we go. We see footage of Yuya Uemura pinning Kenny King in a tag match on BTI backstage. Backstage, Yuya and Hendry are talking to Santino.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I deserve that. Yuya gets in his head that he can be champion, but Hendry wants a rematch. Santino books a 3-way match. We get Nick Aldis cuts a backstage promo ahead of his main event against Eric Young, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, so we're going to get Uemura, Joe Hendry, and Leo. So, we shall see. We shall see. Gisele Shaw versus Masha Slamovich. I want to call her Masha Slamovich. Every time I see her name and hear her name, I low-key want to call her Masha Slamovich. Wow, fucking Slamovich, man. What's wrong with you? Gisele Shaw. Gisele Shaw impressed me tonight. This was, for me, the best thing on the show. It's watching Gisele Shaw work this match with Masha and completely just took me by surprise. I don't know if this was always in Gisele Shaw, but for me, it seems like she stepped it up a little bit. It seems like she leveled up, like she found an upgrade, you know, but this was not the same Gisele Shaw that I saw. They lock up to start before Masha wraps up Shaw's left arm. Shaw pivots to a headlock, but Masha turns it back around and into a left wrist lock. Masha gets back up and clotheslines Shaw. Masha stretches out the left arm again while bending her backwards. Shaw knees out of it, but Masha strikes back. Masha runs the ropes, but Shaw shoves her out of the ring. They go to a commercial break. After the break, Shaw delivers a chop and then whips Masha across for corner uppercuts. In a cover attempt, Shaw hits a double knee drop to the corner and then attempts a cover again. Shaw applies a chin lock before gloating and then basking in her own glory. You know, she's the quintessential diva. She charges Masha in the corner, but Masha gets a boot up to counter. Spinning heel kick connects. Masha covers. Kick out. Shaw hits shock and awe for a near fall. Shaw goes for a knee strike, but eats a kick to the head, then another near fall. Vidal gets up on the apron. I was wondering when this was going to happen. Vidal gets up on the apron, but Killer Kelly yanked him right off, made him land face first on that apron. Evans blasts Kelly from behind. Shaw turns Masha around for a big running knee and manages to pin her for a 3 count. Gisele Shaw beat Masha Slamovich. I don't agree with that at all. These women just became knockout tag team champions, and right away, they have Masha eating a pin to Gisele Shaw, who, coming into this match, I felt like this was a joke of a matchup. And if you're gonna look at in-ring ability and character portrayal here, I thought this was a little bit of a no-brainer. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about wrestling bookers and wanting the champions to lose on TV, but that's it. Gisele Shaw wins. Masha takes the L. We see footage of Jake something beating Kevin Knight last week before a vignette for Jake airs. You know, I think the vignette was a little late if you're trying to get people acclimated or reacclimated to who Jake something is, but better late than never. Frankie Kazarian is talking to Tracy Brooks backstage. Tracy wants 5 minutes with Alicia in the ring. Kazarian cuts her off and says, nah. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for Alicia, bruh. Kazarian cuts her off and thanks her. Said, thank you for having my back. But the last thing he wants is for her to get hurt, then they leave. Okay. Simple enough, I guess. Moving on. Moose and Brian Myers versus the Time Splitters. I'm digging Moose. I'm digging what they're doing with Moose. Every week, I'm getting more and more behind Moose. His look, the way he's portrayed, I'm digging it. Moose charges Kushida to the corner out of the gate before knocking Alex Shelley off the corner. Excuse me. Kushida tries fighting back and then manages a springboard elbow. Moose cuts Kushida off with a boot, but Kushida targets the left leg with a drop kick followed by a heel hook. Shelley helps out for a little bit before Kushida jumps in and does the hoverboard lock. Moose powers out and tags Myers. Kushida slaps Myers, and the Time Splitters do a bit of a little tag teaming on them, you know, making them look bad. Myers is taken to the Time Splitters corner where Kushida continues working over that left arm. Shelley does an atomic drop, followed by a brief hold to allow Kushida a drop kick. Myers manages to roll out. Shelley chases but gets neutralized by Moose. After the break, Moose and Myers take turns picking Shelley apart. Myers grounds Shelley with a headlock, but Shelley manages to switch it up over to a pinfall that Myers could not kick out of. Alex Shelley, Kushida, the Time Splitters get the victory here. This match was very, very, very paint by numbers. I don't want to say it was a bad match because it wasn't. I don't want to say it was boring because it was okay, but it just kind of felt like it was there. There was nothing special about it. The match was just there. Moose and Myers immediately go on the attack. Bully Ray joins in. He comes running out. Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, runs down to make the save. Leo Rush runs down and beats on Shelley until Chris Sabin returns. Chris Sabin is back after that horrible beatdown in that 15-second match at Slammiversary, which was all of 2 weeks ago? And Shelley's back already? Not sure what was wrong with him, but he was not out very long. I can tell you that. Let's see. Rush gets surrounded by all the baby faces, and they take turns on him until Sabin tosses him out. That was about the end of it. They show a flashback moment of Eric Young and Nick Aldis from 2014. It is what it is. It was a lot of that. It was a lot of time filling spots in this show. They just wanted to fill the 90-minute block, it looks like. We get footage of the Rascals causing trouble outside last week when they get kicked out. Apparently, they decided to vandalize the parking lot with water bottles and popcorn. These rascals. They came across Mike Bailey, and they threw popcorn at him. Boy, is it picking the story. Man, the storylines are, woo, that's heat. So we get the Bloodline storyline. That's at the top. in pro wrestling right now, the bloodline stuff. After the bloodline stuff, we got the Rascals throwing popcorn at Mike Bailey in a parking lot. That's just the pecking order right there, man. Wow. We get Speedball Mike Bailey versus Zachary Wentz. They start off running and flipping around each other until Mike Bailey grounds Wentz with kicks to the chest. Bailey takes him down with the headlock on the mat. Bailey goes to run the ropes, but Trey grabs his foot. So right away, Trey Miguel is interjecting himself into the match. Wentz pulls Bailey into the ropes before rolling back into the ring for the cover. Wentz drives Bailey into the corner and delivers a running knee for another cover attempt. Bailey gets his feet, and Bailey gets to his feet and hits a drop kick, followed by more kicks to the chest. Bailey with a running shooting star press, very clean, very nice. Bailey goes for another cover, but Trey puts Wentz's foot on the rope. The ref looked right at him. Right at him. Trey put his foot on the rope, and the ref was like, said nothing, did nothing. Mike Bailey pump kicks Wentz off the apron and then lands a moonsault on the outside from the second rope inside the ring. So Mike Bailey was inside the ring, right, on the turnbuckle, did a moonsault over the top rope onto the outside. Very, very, very impressive. Trey imitates Bailey, allowing for Wentz to attack from behind. Back inside the ring, they double kick each other. Bailey hits a super kick to the corner, but doesn't get the tornado kick in as Trey pulls Wentz out. The ref finally says, okay, that's it. Can't take any more. The ref ejects Trey Miguel. But while the ref is turned around, Wentz sprays Bailey in the face with some spray paint that he clearly got from Saraya and Tony Storm and Ruby over in AEW. He plants him with a headlock DDT and covers for the win. Zachary Wentz is your winner. Wow. This was okay. This was okay, but again, like, it was just there. It was just there. We did get a segment from Dirty Dango and Joey Bravo, and that was pretty good. Dirty Dango has been very underrated with his new gimmick and his promos. They're kind of like shoot from the hip promos. You gotta see them. They're kind of hard to explain, but special shout out goes to Dirty Dango for just being Dirty Dango. Dango being Dango. That could be a segment. Dango being Dango. Gotta write that down. Main event. This is the main event. Eric Young versus Nick Aldis. So I gave this a couple of weeks because I know how pivotal Eric Young has been to Impact Wrestling, okay? So I've tried very hard to get into the vibe, to get into the flow, to try to capture what it is about Eric Young that makes him so over here in Impact. I still can't find it. Eric Young is extremely boring to me in a wrestling ring. Extremely. This match didn't help that at all. They start by trading arm holds before Eric takes Aldis down with an arm drag. Nick Aldis fires back with a hip toss and then twists the left arm of Eric Young. Young is almost thrown into the ref and then almost out of the ring, but Young saves himself. Aldis is almost tossed out as well, but he pulls himself back in. Young goes for a pile driver. So Aldis rolls out to regroup. Goes out to take a little powder, you know. They go to commercial break. They come back. The action spills to the outside while Aldis runs Young back first into the steel post. They get back inside. Aldis goes for a couple of pinfall attempts. Aldis rakes the eyes and does a pump handle toss for another cover. Aldis pivots to a headlock on the mat. Young gets out and keeps Aldis away with a back elbow, a boot, and the clothesline. Young lands a belly-to-belly for a cover attempt. Young goes up top, but Aldis trips him. Aldis goes up and hits a big superplex for a near fall. Aldis leaps off the top, but Young catches him and with an inverted atomic drop. Aldis responds with a Michinoku driver. Young gets launched into the top turnbuckle. Young tries a missile drop kick, but Aldis counters into the cloverleaf. Aldis tries for another lock, but Young rolls him. They get back up. Young suddenly pulls out a pile driver for a 3 count. Eric Young just beat Nick Aldis clean. Squeaky clean. Squeaky clean. After the match, Dina and Khan attack Young from behind. They pick up from where their feud left off. Khan hits 2 choke slams. They go to leave. Dina tells him to hit another one. Khan hits another choke slam before Dina hits Eric Young with the antidote DDT. Dina sits on Young to end the show. I'm a little confused and baffled about what's going on with this Nick Aldis situation. It felt like they were heading in a direction where Nick Aldis was gonna be the world champion. Okay. They took the title off of Macklin, put it on to Alex Shelley. They turned Aldis heel, went into the championship match with Shelley, and Nick Aldis loses. Okay. We come back here. They put him in a match with Eric Young. Nick Aldis loses. Clean. I'm not sure what they're doing with Nick Aldis. I'm not sure what the contract status is of Nick Aldis. I don't know if he was on a pay per. I don't know if he signed. And the reason I'm wondering that is because of the rumors that we heard about WWE being interested in Nick Aldis. So now I'm wondering if he returned, but he wasn't really signed to a long-term deal. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into that and try to find out. But the thing is, Brian Owens says he was only signed to a short-term contract. Well, that makes sense because they seem to have been they seem to have hit the reverse gear on what they were doing with Nick Aldis. It does not appear that he's doing anything of importance and impact anymore. So if he, jumps up and takes off and goes somewhere else, it entirely makes sense. Because otherwise, I have to question this. I have to wonder, why did we build up all this for a championship run and then just knock him down a few pegs? Like, I mean, this guy, if it does not feel like Nick Aldis should be losing clean to Eric Young. Then he just rolled out of the ring, and then he wasn't even a part of the after-match shenanigans. So it appears that Nick Aldis, and this is just going by the appearance of this booking, it appears that Nick Aldis is not going to be involved in anything important in Impact, which tells me that since he did sign a short-term deal, it tells me he's probably on his way out. He could be on his way out. We just had Jonathan Gresham leave. Well, okay, so he said he wanted to leave, because things weren't going the way he wanted them to. We never heard back from him. Jordan Grace left. We never heard back from her again as to where she might show up or what she's going to do. So there's a lot of question marks going on as it pertains to the Impact talent right about now. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But if I had to take a wild stab at it, like I said, it looks to me like Nick Aldis could be on his way out, which just feels weird to me because the guy just got here, right? I thought he was going to be the guy. I thought he was going to be, shot straight to the top. Apparently not. Apparently they're going into a different direction. Guys, that is today's show. Tomorrow night, Impact returns to Chicago. And I, yours truly, will be sitting there front row. Front row in the Impact Zone. So come next week's tapings, or next week's show, I'll be here to review it. And I'll be right here reviewing myself in the front row. Who is that sexy guy sitting in the front row? Oh, that's me. Can't wait, man. Should be exciting. Should be exciting. It'll be my first Impact experience. Let's see how it all goes. So, that is today's show. Thank you guys so much for being here. I sincerely appreciate it. Love you all. I will see you guys next time. Peace.
My continuous output, my flow of ideas for years been thrilling in me. Please don't stop this feeling in me before the feeling get to killing in me. See, I'm into mayhem. When I play, hear the shrieks of havoc, and then I'm ready to leave your grave in. Lucifer got nothing to do with this shit. To the days of dirt, you're getting fucked up within. And I put that on the house, bitch. To the days of the dirt, you gon' cancel that down shit.
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on a stranger. Get contained up, things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago will be your motherfucking shit. Here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books. I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.